right now from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at 10 Sunday.
The race is on to stop crude oil from leaking after a train derailed in Watertown. Good evening, I'm Katie Crowther. The Canadian Pacific freight train was on its way to Chicago when something went wrong. Here's what we know. At least 10 rail cars went off the tracks. Several of them started leaking crude oil. Authorities evacuated some families who live nearby as a precaution. Here's a map of where Watertown is located. It's about an hour east of Milwaukee. Todd Hicks is live there tonight with more. Todd.
Well, there's late word tonight. The residents who live in those 35 homes that were evacuated, they are not being allowed to return back home tonight. Canadian Pacific picking up the tab for them at a local hospital. Now, take a look behind me right here. Many of those people heard the sounds of the brakes on the train, followed by impact and the sounds of twisting metal. State Inspector Tom Clotter isn't sure what caused these freight cars filled with crude to jump the tracks, but he intends to find out.
It could have been a rail, it could have been a wheel. I don't think speed was a factor. From the air over Watertown, you can see the Canadian Pacific freight train's tankers twisted and on their sides, the volatile fuel leaking from some of them. It's a minor leakage at this point. There's not a lot of leakage. There's no water involved. Lisa Cutforth's family, one of 35 homes told to evacuate. The family lives next to the tracks where it happened.
All of a sudden, the train came to a halting stop, just like that.
That's when her husband, Roger, ran outside.
He went and checked it out, and he said the train is derailed.
He snapped these photos. They show the massive tankers thrown from the tracks. The city's mayor says the train derailed where two sets of tracks cross.
It was really right along in an industrial area, but we're within a very close proximity of residences here, commercial over here, so it's a mix.
Inspector Clotter says passenger trains like Amtrak will be impacted while cleanup is underway.
This is an Amtrak line, and this is their main line, Canadian Pacific's main line. This goes to Chicago, and so we got to get it up and running.
And you can see that they are scrambling to clear this area. A lot of busy work going on right now. Now, officials say they expect to have the scene cleared sometime tomorrow afternoon. Now, I'm told that Amtrak does use these rails, but they do have an option of rerouting trains around this area. As of right now, Amtrak says they do not have any information on what they plan on doing for tomorrow. They did cancel a Seattle to Chicago train earlier, or Chicago to Seattle rather, train earlier tonight, but no words on how they plan on handling this tomorrow. We're live in Watertown tonight. Todd Hicks, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Todd.